So I decided to do a little model showcase for you guys on all of the minis that I've painted over the years. I've recently gotten into Warhammer, and these are starting off. I'm still showing off my Black Templar army, which is the army I have the most of at the moment. Just recently got a box of the new models since they came out with a new Black Templar box. So, and as you will probably notice in the video, a lot of these models are going to vary in quality because some of these were some of the first models I ever painted, and I wasn't exactly used to it before. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Let's get into it. So starting off, these are just like the basic Intercessors that I got that kind of came with the starter box of the game. As you can probably tell, I'm just kind of starting off getting used to basing, as you can see with all like the dirt and stuff I got right there. So some of them work pretty well. Some of them I really like how they turned out, and some of them kind of look a little choppy. But yeah, I'm still learning, and I'm definitely getting used to it. You can also tell, like, these definitely vary in quality because these were some of the first paint jobs I ever did, especially that one that we're looking at right now. You can see with the bloody chainsword. I'm also not great at painting skin, as you can tell. That's why I prefer just having helmets on. So I got some Vanguard Veterans here, which are some of the other first guys ever made. And yeah, the top of the middle guy, his thing is a little bit broken because it's getting really loose. I actually don't know how that happened. I think it might have been because of how I packed it. But once again, the basing kind of went a little wrong, mainly just because the glue didn't stick all the way. But I think they turned out pretty well. I really like how I did the shield, and you can tell that I was still trying to figure out how to paint guns and just mixing paint in general. But I think they look pretty good. I got some Vanguard Veterans, and I am actually pretty happy with how these guys came out. This is when I was really getting a feel for painting. I think the basing definitely came along a lot more on these guys, way more than a lot of the other ones. Just the detail kind of going through. I really like the variety of weapons that the models came with, so this was a lot of fun. I also got the hang of painting skin because I was mixing with null oil. But yeah, I really like how these guys came out. So these are some of the more recent guys that I painted. I got these from the Black Templar box that Games Workshop recently came out with. And I would say these are by far some of my better work, just paint jobs in general, just because I was finally getting the hang of mixing and just getting the colors right. So a lot of it really came together pretty well. I really like how the brown looks with the belts. Definitely could have done a little bit better, but I think the guns also look really good, but as long as the chains. One of the things I really like about Black Templars is like the metal chains that they have. I just think that's really cool. I was also really struggling with white, mainly just because painting white is a real pain in the ass. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go black and red and just put white a little bit in the center. It's way easier to kind of tool around with that. And it also looks better in my opinion. Got some Outriders here for you, and let me just say, Games Workshop, what the fuck were you thinking when it came to transfers? The transfers are they're somehow harder than putting stickers on Lego bricks. So yeah, I'm a little conflicted with how these guys look, because I think the one on the right definitely looks okay, but I mean, look at this one. It looks like a fucking clown car. He looks like he's working for the Joker, and once again with the shitty skin tone head. But I mean, I'm probably just gonna leave it, just, you know, it shows progress, right? Look at this He-Man looking dude. Yeah, so Emperor's Champion. I really like how this model looks. I know that's kind of a controversial opinion, because a lot of people are talking about how it looks similar to it's like a captain model, but honestly, I think this one came out pretty well, especially with the chain. I really like how the chain that he holds. I just think overall the model looks pretty good. There's a High Marshal right here. This one definitely has a lot of colors. There's some parts that I think look pretty good. Like, I like how the chain came out, but then there's some other parts where it's like the skeleton thing that he's holding on his back. I don't know, like that. I feel like that could have definitely gone better. Mainly just painting white, man. Painting white is just so frustrating. The cape does look a little, it looks pretty good on some parts. Like, I think it looks okay on the front, but on the back it looks a little weird, but it's whatever. So besides that, I also have some Necrons I've been painting recently. As you can probably tell, definitely a lot more experimental when it came to painting these guys, just because I've been trying out different colors, different patterns, if you will. I think these guys are coming out pretty well. I do think it definitely is a different type of painting of Necrons than it is for Space Marines, because Space Marines start with like a blank color and then you go on from there. Necrons are way more like you kind of build from scratch. And I can honestly appreciate that. I'm really enjoying painting these guys so far, so I'm excited to collect these guys as soon as I finish up my Black Templar army. So these are actually the guys that I have painted most recently. So I figured out how to get the green paint to actually show by mixing white and green. And honestly, I think these guys are probably the best work I've done. They just look really cool. Even though, of course, I say that, I see the green that I got stuck on the back. But even still, I really like how these guys look. These guys look really cool. And finally, I got just these two High Captain guys for my Necron army. And honestly, I just love how these guys look. I love the gold chain. Like, these guys have drip. You cannot deny that. They absolutely have drip with the gold. I just think I really like how much freedom you have when it comes to painting Necrons. They're definitely probably the army that I love painting the most. So yeah, it's definitely pretty cool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you next time.